Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I will be showing you guys how to make a straight through cable and a crossover cable. So let's start with the things that you will need. You're gonna need this, which is called the RJ45 crimping tool. Then you will also need a wire checker of your choice. I have this one that came with my box. And then you're gonna need a pack of bulk RJ45 crimpable connectors. And that's this right here. And the most important tool is the bulk Ethernet cable box. And you're also gonna need a wire stripper. This is the one that I have that came with my box. So starting with step one, you're going to starting with step one, you're going to cut the desired length that you want. So I'm gonna make sure that my cable can reach from my laptop while I'm sitting down all the way to the switches in the classroom. And I'm gonna give myself some room for error. So I'm just gonna go about arm's length and a little more. So I'm gonna cut it about right here. And then we can start with the instructions. Okay, so step one is to cut into the plastic about 1 inch from the end of the cut cable. The crimping tool has a razor blade that will do the trick with tightness. Okay, so we're gonna take this yellow thing right here, go about 1 inch down, place it into the first loop and just twist. Don't twist too much or you're gonna cut your cables. Make sure you didn't cut your cables. And we're good. Also, one more tool that I forgot to mention that might be helpful is a pair of scissors. Because my Ethernet cable came with this plastic on the inside that it just gets in the way. So I'm gonna cut that off first. So just cut that off. So after we cut 1 inch down, we're gonna go to the next step. Unwind and pair the similar colors. So as you can see, they're twisted up right now. So I'm untwisting them and keeping the light colors together. So blue, blue and white, brown, brown and white, etc., etc. And in this step, I'm gonna straighten them out also because that's not a specific step on here, but that's something that really does help. So I'm gonna straighten out the cables as I go, keeping the light colors together as stated. So we're just gonna keep on doing that. Excuse any noise that you hear in the background. Those are my roommates. Probably the worst people to do this stuff. Okay. Okay. Oh, so as you can see, this thing just broke off. So we're gonna have to start over. Just cut it again. Okay. And then start over and do the same thing. Okay, so we're gonna untwist them again and whatever. If I lose myself, I will. If I lose myself, I'll lose it all. And this process takes a bit long, so just continue doing that. So yeah, when stuff like that happens, you just cut. That's why you leave yourself room for error, so like you can just cut and like your wire won't be too short. So just continue the straightening process. And I don't like to bend mine too far down because they do they're like fragile, so if you bend them too far down, it kind of like breaks the coating, and then the wire breaks like it just did. So don't do that. Go in, cut this plastic part out like that. So as you can see, they're unwinded. The paired colors are still near each other. Then you want to pinch the wires between your fingers and straighten them out as shown. The color order is important to get it correct. So now the first cable that I'm going to be making is a straight through. So straight throughs have the same colors on each side. So we're going to start with orange and white, then orange. Then we're going to go green and white. And the order is the most important part, so make sure you get that right. Green and white, blue. Blue and white, green. Brown and white, brown. All right, so we have them lined up. Orange and white, orange. Green and white, blue. Blue and white, green. Brown and white, brown. So let's go back and look at these steps. Pinch the wires between your fingers and straighten them out. So what I do to straighten them out, I literally just like go back and forth, side to side, everything. You just kind of like shape them how I want them to stay. And yeah, just get that. This side to side, back and forth, everything. All that good stuff. And then it says use scissors to make a straight cut across the 8 wires to shorten them to about 1/2 inch, and then cut the sleeve to end the wires. So I'm not gonna use scissors, I'm gonna use the wire cutter on the RJ45 tool because I just find that it's easier. But before I do that, I'm gonna get the clear piece. It's like a RJ45 crimpable connector. That. All right, so we have that. We're gonna take our make sure that it's straight when you're doing this, because it's important that all of them are the same level, or when you would put it in the clear piece, it's gonna be messed up and it's not gonna work. So just take this, cut straight across. And then cut straight across. Take your, let me read the instructions before I get out. Carefully push all 8 wires into the connector. Note the position of the blue plastic sleeve. Also note how the wires, okay. So brown should be on your right. Then you're gonna make sure that the gold pieces are facing upwards. And when you're pushing them in, make sure that the order doesn't change. You shouldn't have to apply too much pressure, but You just want to kind of guide it in. So guide it. And all of them should be at the top. Ooh. I can't tell if all of them are at the top, but like you should be able to see them at the end there. And then you're gonna crimp it. You want to make sure that part of that blue thing is in there like that. I'm gonna crimp it and test it and see if it